Had a skillet clatter on the stove, cousins debating who wins in the epic game of Rove. Cameras off, we pass the plate, flavors flash like flash bulbs.
Welcome to the Bearded Brothers-in-Law podcast. Today's episode is going to be a little different today. My brother-in-law, Rich, he's a huge Yankees fan, so he's going to take the day off, because a legendary broadcaster passed away today. So instead of skipping today's podcast, we'll take a few minutes and we'll talk about the impact of John Sterling. So even from someone that's not a diehard Yankee fan, we still want to remember and go over his legacy just a little bit. All right. So, John Sterling was a longtime radio host and a radio voice for the Yankees. He called games for decades. I think he started in like the late 90s or 1998 or 1980s. I think 89 or late 89 or 90. I can't remember. And he's known for his energy and signature home run calls. And even if you didn't watch every Yankee game, you probably heard his voice somewhere. So, classic, excited baseball calls. So what made him different, he had a unique home run phrases and for every player. He was super energetic and, it made radio feel like TV. So fans really knew who he was and, it was a different level for him. So, his voice pretty much became your daily routine when talking about the Yankees, for sure. And it kind of makes you think, we all got roles in life and you don't really realize what impact you have. And, like me with the food truck, or even at your job, you never know who's watching, who's listening every day and what kind of impact you had on everybody's life that you actually enter and don't even know. So one of the questions, I had and I wanted to write down too today was, do people get their flowers too late? And do we appreciate people while they're here? It makes you think, and it's crazy how it takes something like this for people to really show love. So, again, I wasn't the hugest Yankees fan. Yankees kind of is, if I'm going to pick a baseball team, it would be the Yankees, being from up north. But I'm not the biggest one, but definitely still know, and remember John Sterling and remember hearing him on the radio. And I take fault that too. I never, say, went back and, check this guy's story out. But I definitely remember and definitely a sad day for those Yankee fans. And then again, even though I'm not the biggest Yankee fan, I know that my brother-in-law is probably acting like he lost a family member because he did. And John Sterling was definitely a big part of his life. I think he listened to him for about 30 years. So majority of his life, that's what he heard. So I do want to take a little bit of time and do a John Sterling piece. And if you guys just take a time and watch this with me, and let's remember Mr. John Sterling.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
John Sterling's exuberant cheer punctuated nearly every Yankee win over the last 3+ decades.
27 up, 27 down, baseball immortality.
At the mic since 1989 for the winningest team in baseball, in that span he endeared himself to one of the largest fan bases in the game with his unbridled enthusiasm.
And Teixeira and Damon go back to back in a belly to belly.
After calling games for the NBA, NHL, and college football through the 70s, Sterling landed his first steady baseball broadcasting gig with the Braves in 1982.
And he is at the deep left. Heat goes back. It is gone. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Rick Kemp. I don't believe it. That certifies this game as the wackiest, wildest, most improbable game in history.
The native New Yorker returned home in 1989 for the gig that would ultimately define his career.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Good evening, everyone.
John Sterling became a staple of the Yankees broadcast team, at one point calling over 5,000 consecutive games, a run that spanned every single one of the nearly 3,000 games that Derek Jeter played in pinstripes.
Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. That ball's high. It is far. first, and there it is, hit number 3,000.
Through it all, Sterling charmed his listeners with his now iconic home run calls, which he would personalize for each player, a tradition that began in the 90s with Bernie Williams.
Swung on and hit the deep center field. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. Burn, baby, burn. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone. El Capitan. Labor Day. He is the Glaber of the month.
Capitan.
Mark Teixeira sends a text message. You're the Mark Teixeira. Oh, let the Gardy party begin. A Stantonian home run. The Grandy man can. The Grandy man. He homers to deep right. McCann can. Yes, McCann can. Aaron Judge hit a line drive, home run to left. A Judgian blast. All rise. Here comes the Judge.
As the Yankees slugged home run after home run during their dynastic run in the late 90s, Sterling's proclamation of victory was delivered almost nightly.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Go!